Let's turn now to Anthony Chan. He's a former chief economist at JPMorgan Chase. Thanks for joining us, Anthony. Now, just talk to us about Small Business Saturday and how it's become a fixture on the US holiday shopping calendar.
Yes, it has become a fixture, and it's an important one because small businesses employ almost 50% of all the workers in the United States, about 47%. And certainly over the last decade or so, we have seen that close to 2/3 of all the jobs created in the United States are created by small businesses. So it indeed is some sector that we all need to nurture and pay attention to.
And how would you say small businesses are faring in the face of large and online retailers offering these huge Black Friday deals?
Well, I think they're facing some challenges, but we've seen a lot of these businesses being created. And even though there was a huge surge right after the pandemic, and that has slowed a bit, the number of small businesses are in fact growing. And many of them are in fact prospering because we have not had a recession. And that's actually been a very good thing. But one of the secrets of surviving these days is to make sure that you have an online platform, because if you look at the sales over Black Friday, we know that online sales exceeded in-person sales by almost 8-to-1, according to some surveys. So all these businesses have to be up to speed with the latest online techniques to sell their products.
Reports state that consumer confidence is low. What are some of the reasons behind that? And does that differ in terms of the kinds of business, how large or small it may be?
Well, consumer confidence is down because remember that consumer confidence counts the number of people that are participating in the survey. And right now we are seeing that almost more than 50% of the consumers in the United States or individuals feel that they are financially insecure, they're income deprived. And even though that number is down from the prior year, it's still above 50%. So there is a concern. We've seen consumer confidence drop for 4 consecutive months. But the reality is that the economy is not doing that badly. We just came back off a third quarter number of 4.9% on GDP. And in fact, if you look at household net worth, the Federal Reserve just put these numbers out. From 2019 to the latest quarter, we've seen an increase in household net worth of $37.6 trillion. That's impressive because that's a number that's even bigger than the entire national debt of the United States. It even dwarfs the number that people throw around that we see credit card debt of 1.1 trillion. This number, more than 37 times bigger. And again, why is there that big discrepancy? Because we don't have a completely even distribution of income. So we have a lot of consumers that are struggling, but if you look at the entire economy is much better off, much more wealth, and economic growth is not doing bad.
So what about the supply chain disruptions that we saw following on from the pandemic? Is that still something that's impacting the economy? Are people trying to order things online and they say they're not going to receive it for 3 months' time? And is that also something that small businesses are impacted by?
Well, everybody's impacted, but I'm glad you asked that question because we've seen massive improvements. The Federal Reserve Bank of New York puts out an index, monthly index called the Global Supply Chain Index, and basically is telling us that we are back to pre-pandemic levels on average across the economy. Now, certainly there are going to be some supply chain issues in some sectors and in some businesses, but relative to the way it was during the peak of the pandemic, it's night and day. The global supply chain issues are largely a thing of the past, with the exception of some sectors out there that still have them. But it's not a major problem out there at this juncture.
All right. Anthony Chan, former chief economist at JPMorgan Chase Co. Thank you.
Thank you.